YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy Cry. Welcome back to another vid. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure to follow me on all platforms at I am Cry. Fellas, today we got a great one, man. Probably the best one that I've dropped so far, man. I'm going to share with you guys a full masterclass of how to become a 1% man in 2025. And, I know I've been talking about this video for a long, long time about, getting it uploaded, whether it was going to be in 2025, whether it was going to be the day before New Year's, man. And to be honest, man, this is going to be one of many that I do before the new year. But without further ado, man, let's go ahead and dive right in, man. So if you're ready to take control of your life in 2025 and become a man of value, mastering your mind, maximizing your body, and living with definite purpose, this is the place to be, fellas. And what is the 1% man masterclass, fellas? This is going to be a masterclass for men of all ages who are ready to take real life changes in 2025. And this masterclass is designed to provide you the blueprint you need to elevate yourself efficiently and achieve your highest standards in less than 9 months, fellas. So you're probably here if you're doing okay in life, but deep down you feel average and you know you're capable of so much more. I've been there. You may be here if you hit rock bottom and are ready for a transformation, but not sure where to begin. I've been there as well. And lastly, you may be here if you've made progress before, but you keep starting and stopping, struggling to stay consistent and motivated, which is most people, man. A lot of people, fellas, we rely on that high and that motivation that we get in January, in February. But as life, it wears off and we lose our progress, we lose our motivation, we lose our consistency. And I'm going to tell you how to bypass all that shit today, fellas. So on the flip side of that, man, you're in the wrong place if you're unwilling to take massive action, if you are okay with being like everybody else, and you make excuses and blame your circumstances. If this is you at all, fellas, with all due respect, click out of this video. This video is not for you. If you one of them lazy, ambitious motherfuckers that don't want to take action, if you want to do what everybody else do and think the shit that I talk about is hella fucking extreme and that I can still watch sports and be successful, all of that dumbass shit, then this is not for you either. You can go ahead and be like everybody else that watch sports, or be like the successful motherfuckers that locked in and now they watch sports. You comparing yourself to Snoop Dogg because Snoop Dogg smoke weed, motherfucker. Snoop Dogg is set for life. You not Snoop Dogg, motherfucker. Right? And if you're one of the motherfuckers that make excuses, point the finger, blame everybody else for their situation, this is not for you either, man. So go ahead and click out. I don't care about the views, man. I want this to resonate with motherfuckers that's who is for, right? And I could care less about views and who like it or who don't. It's about providing the value for motherfuckers that I know are ready to take action. So what are we going to cover today, fellas? Today we're going to cover the correct way to set goals and guarantee success. I'm going to share with you guys my step-by-step weekly workout routine, all exercises included. Fellas, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm charging up to $15,000 for my workout routine, for my workout knowledge, and I'm literally giving you that for free today. In one of my business models, I charge anywhere from 8 to 15K for my workouts, and I'm giving y'all that today for free. Every single workout, every single day. We're also going to cover the fastest way to maximize your passion and create a life of abundance in 2025. I'm going to share with you guys 4 productivity hacks that I haven't shared before that I personally use to make hard things easy as fuck. I always speak that once you make the hard things easy as fuck, it's jackpot, fellas, because everybody stops as human beings once we get a little bit of resistance. But if you can remove that resistance and make things that motherfuckers don't want to do as easy as possible, you already setting yourself up for success into 2025. And then lastly, I know I talk about the list of hate, list of love, the power list. You're going to get all those templates today, plus more. The link will be in the description, and you'll be able to download those. But I'm going to share with you guys more than just the power list, more than just the list of love, more than just the list of hate today. It's going to get, real personal, man. And I've never shared this information before. I was hesitant to share it. I was going to save it for my mentorship that's in the works behind the scenes, but Y'all been rocking with me so heavy, man. We almost at 10K. I'm like, fuck it, man. If they can watch this, all the way through, they deserve to have it, man. So the links will be in the description for those as well. So, fellas, warning, man. This is not a clickbait vid, and this is not going to be like any of the vids you've seen from me so far. This is real in-depth game that's going to require your full attention. And if you're not ready to sit down, take notes, and commit to watching this whole video, leave right the fuck now. Because 95% of y'all will make an excuse to do something else midway through the video and then convince yourself, oh, I'll get back to it later. I'll watch the rest tomorrow. But 98% of you are not going to fucking do that, fellas. I promise you. I've been there myself, right? When I used to watch Hamza's hour-long sessions, I used to say, oh, I'm about to watch it. 40 minutes in, 30 minutes in, I got an excuse to go do something else, and I don't end up finishing it. And I miss out on value. Rather than if I'm driving in a car, I let it play, or rather just sitting down and really locking in and taking fucking notes, right? Of stuff that's going to make me become a better man, right? So this is only for the 1% of people who are ready to take action and transform your life, bro. If that's you, you're in the right place, bro. Let's get right into it. So my signature process, man, the three, pillars that we're going to focus on today are mind, body, and purpose, man. So let's go right into mindset, 1% mindset. So the three, touch points that we're going to cover as far as mindset is mission, letting you guys know that the life you want is already yours. Second is discipline, how to make those hard things easy as fuck, right? And last is motivation, how to actually stay motivated and not solely rely on motivation, but use it as a tool, for every month in 2025 to maximize your life, fellas. So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. As far as mission, man, we're going to go over a vision map. We're going to go over your villain versus your hero. And we're going to go over standard settings. So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. What is a vision map? A vision map is a visual representation of the life you want to create. It's a tool that helps you define your goals, break them down into actionable steps, and align your daily actions with long-term vision. By mapping out your ideal life, fellas, you'll gain clarity on where you want to go, how you want to get there, and making it easier to stay focused and motivated as you build your future and you envision it. Fellas, I spoke on this before. Fellas, before I drove a BMW, I was driving a Kia. I used to get in my Kia, close my eyes, and I would literally picture myself in that fucking BMW, right? I would literally watch BMW videos every day. I would literally go to the dealership and just drive around and then leave out, right? Because I had the vision, and I hate to use the word manifest, but I thought it into existence, right? I believed it. God blessed me with it because I worked for it, right? I'm going to tell you how to do that with your whole fucking life, right? So pay attention, right? This is my 2025 vision map, fellas, right? And I'm gonna read through this, man, as fast as possible. But fellas, this is how in depth your vision map needs to be, right? So I'm gonna put this link in the description so you can copy this template and make your own. But this is mine, right? And you're gonna speak as you're gonna speak of yourself as if you're another person, right? Cry is a successful online coach, YouTuber, and entrepreneur. He is known for consistently delivering high-quality results, providing value, and his commitment to seeing his clients succeed. He is well-respected, kind, knowledgeable, and motivating to his audience. He specializes in mindset, health, looks maxing, life maxing, dating, fashion, and personal development. His focus is to help guys become 1% men in every area of life. Cry Online Business generates $100,000 net per month and gives him an annual salary of $1.2 million per year. His mission is to help at least 1,500 men in 2025 transform their lives, maximize their potential in all areas. After completing his 6 to 12-month program, his clients will have increased confidence, intellect, charisma, and all the tools needed to dominate and continuously evolve for the rest of their life. Cry will exceed expectations for his clients, and they will recommend others to his program. Now we get into the lifestyle stuff, fellas. Cry lives in a high-rise penthouse in Texas. It has black decor decorated with a minimalistic vibe. He has a lot of windows and is in an environment with other high-earning professionals and entrepreneurs. He has a dream office space that consists of desk, Alpha products, and all motivational wall art from books he has read. He has a wraparound balcony where he spends his mornings drinking black coffee and reading his daily tasks for the day. Cry has the ability to work only 4 to 5 hours a day to maintain at least 100,000 per month. Cry has the ability to travel and still work. Cry never has to work a 9 to 5 again. In Cry's free time, he is able to work out, shop, and spend time with his family. Cry has built himself up to be surrounded by like-minded individuals. Cry has built relationships and made friends with other knowledgeable people to provide him with value and continually to grow mentally and financially. Cry feels accomplished financially. He was able to quit his corporate job and become his own boss. He invested that money correctly in other avenues, and that's allowed him to increase his net worth. And he has used his finances to help out his family. He was able to pay his mother and his father's expenses for at least 6 months out the year. And he has at least one of four of his dream cars: a G-Wagon, a Brubus, an M4, a Corvette, or yours, which I hear me talk about all the time. Then I have images of that. Fellas, you can get these images from Google, or you can literally write this out and tell ChatGPT to give you some images. Type this out in ChatGPT and tell them to give you these images. But fellas, this is so important, and I'm gonna have like action steps on when to read this at the end of the this video. But this shit is so important, man, to visually see yourself with this shit, because I always tell y'all, man, like it's gonna be days where you lose clarity, man. A lot of people think they lack motivation. They just lack clarity. When you have clarity every fucking day that, wow, this is the shit I'm working for. This shit is already mine. I just got to keep putting in the necessary steps to get these things. It's so much easier, and you're going to build up so much more momentum to get these things, to become the man that you want to be, fellas, right? I remember even before I knew what a vision map was, I used to fucking map out what I have now. I always wanted to grow my hair back. I always wanted to have a beard. I always wanted to be in shape, right? I always wanted to drive a BMW. I always wanted to make over 6 figures. These are all things I always wanted, right? In my head, right? Even before I knew what a vision map was, right? So now that I know what a vision map is, I read this every fucking day, fellas. Right? And it's gonna be crazy when I achieve it, and when y'all see me achieve it, and when y'all make y'all's and y'all achieve yours, you be like, damn, like I made this shit before 2025, and this shit happened. But you gotta see it, fellas. You have to feel it with your emotion. When you making this, don't just be so genuine. Like, fellas, literally take your time when you doing this, man. Like, this took me some time to do. Take your time when you're doing this, fellas, and really feel every emotion. Rather, whatever you want to do, maybe it's a mansion, maybe it's a different type of car, maybe it's a type of woman that you describe in this, right? Maybe it's you want to retire your grandparents. Whatever it is, really put details, man, and feel every fucking word, every fucking letter, fellas. And I promise you, this is going to do you so much justice going into 2025 if you read that shit every fucking day, right? So now we got villain versus hero, man. And this is one of my favorite hacks that I read daily to set my mind and set the mood and the tone for the fucking day, fellas, right? And this is an exercise that I'm gonna tell all of you guys to do this after the call, but this is gonna work wonders for you as well, fellas, right? So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna have this template in the description, fellas. But for now, let's go over it briefly, right? Hopefully y'all can see it, man, right? But I will have this template in the description, and you're basically going to create your villain, right? Which is all the things that you're doing now that you know you're not supposed to be doing, that's taking you away from being the man that you're supposed to be, right? And then you got your hero, right? You got all the things that you're going to be, all the things that you're going to accomplish, right? When it's all said and done, right? So I've included a few of mine, right? A few of my villain traits, right? As you can see, I am not consistent with God. I don't make time to work on my purpose. I go to sleep late. I beat my meat. I consume social media. I'm inconsistent with my workout routine. I rely on motivation. I work out sometimes. I read sometimes. I am unconfident. I people please. I put people before myself. I did not retire my mother. I'm losing my hair. I'm broke. These are all things, fellas, I was doing. This was my villain. This was the devil on my shoulder, as I always speak about, right, fellas? And then I had to create my hero, right, which is the polar opposite of that, right? So these are going to be different for you depending on where you are in your journey, fellas, or what you want to achieve, right? But this is where I was, right? This is where I am now. I'm a man of God. I work at least 4 hours of deep work per day. I wake up early and go to sleep on time. I don't fap. I don't consume social media. I use it to make money. I stick to my routine. I don't make excuses. I work out 5 times per week. I read monthly. I work for myself. I'm confident, right? I don't people please. I put myself first, right? I retired my mother. I grew my hair back. I'm financially free. Some of these I don't have are not accomplished yet, fellas, but I'm still in the journey to becoming my hero, right? So this is a great exercise and something that you can, definitely and something that you can definitely read daily, right? To remind yourself of this is where I'm at, or this is where I was, and this is the progress I've made so far. And as you feel me, and as you get and then you hero stage, and as you start checking off these, and as you start becoming this man, becoming your hero, start checking these boxes off, bro. By the end of 2025, all these boxes should be checked, right? Unless you giving yourself a deadline, right? Maybe it's 2026, maybe it's 2027, right? But we want to get out of this villain shit. When you're making this, fellas, everything that in the villain box, everything that is not helping you be the man to be, everything that's holding you back, everything that you know you're not supposed to be doing, that is your villain, man. The villain is the fucking voice when you wake up. Oh, hit snooze. Oh, one cookie won't hurt. Oh, you can skip the gym today. Oh, you can smoke one blunt. Oh, you can have a couple shots. You can go out this weekend. That's the villain, bro. All that needs to be in the villain category. Your hero is everything that is. Imagine, fellas, if you did everything in your life that you knew you were supposed to do. That's your hero, bro. And it's no longer what you're supposed to do. It's gonna be what you do. It's gonna be who you become, bro. Right? So this is an exercise, man, and I'm going to tell you guys when to read this as well once we get to the end. But this is something that's shifted my mindset tremendously, fellas. I promise you. Next, we got standard setting. So, fellas, what is a standard? A standard is a set of non-fucking negotiable expectations or principles that define the level of quality behavior or performance you strive to achieve. Fellas, and I want y'all to hold me accountable on this. Remove the word goal from your vocabulary. We're no longer saying the word fucking goal in 2025. From now on, we're saying the word standards, right? Why do you brush your teeth every day, twice a day? Because that's your standard. It's not a goal, it's your standard. So you get it done. Why do you shower every day? Because it's your standard. Why do you eat 3 times a day? That's your standard, right? Why do you put gas in the car when it's low? That's your standard. That's how we're looking at our goals in 2025. They're not goals anymore, they're standards, right? So moving forward, whether it's me, whether it's you, hold everybody accountable, fellas. We're using the word standard. We don't say goals anymore. We don't say these are my goals. These are the goals I want to accomplish in 2025. No, these are my standards, right? The reflection of your life is a quality of your standards, right? You everything in your life that you don't like, whether it's your finances, whether it's your looks, whether it's your love life, whether it's your crib, whether it's your mindset, whether it's your job, all of that is a reflection of your standards, dog. You watching this, that's a reflection of your standards. So change your standards, right? So I'm going to tell you guys how to properly set standards, right? And all of this will be on a on a template, but this is how you set standards, man. Standards is going to be what you will achieve, what you did to achieve it, the date you will achieve it, and how you achieved it, right? So it's just it's a step by step 1 through 4 process, right? So you're gonna pick whatever. I put mine in here in these templates. Everything in these templates is mine, fellas, but you're gonna recreate these to fit you, right? So standard setting, as I just said in my vision map, I make $100,000 a month. I did everything to get this money that I desire. I made this $100,000 a month by September 27th, 2026. I'm giving myself a deadline, right? A lot of you motherfuckers just say, oh, I want to get in shape. Why don't you say, I want to get to 8% body fat by September 27th of this year? You have to give yourself a deadline. Y'all, these empty goals without deadlines is not doing shit for you, right? And then lastly, I said, I made this money from my mentorship, YouTube, my mentorship I'm talking about with you guys, and then whatever God has in store for me, right? So that's how I set my standards. That is the proper way to set your standards, fellas, right? So going into 2025, use that template to set your standards. You're going to be reading that every day as well, fellas, right? Next, let's go into discipline, right? We're gonna review what is discipline. It's a word that's thrown around so fucking loosely, and a lot of motherfuckers don't even know what it is, right? We're gonna go over how I make hard shit easy as fuck, right? And we're gonna go over why your future depends on discipline, and how discipline is the single most important component to the person that you are gonna be and the person that you could have been, right? So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. What is discipline? Discipline is the power to keep doing what you know needs to be done no matter what life throws at you. It's about staying focused even when things get tough and pushing through the distractions, the fatigue, and the excuses. It's the unwavering commitment to your standards. See, I caught myself, fellas. We're not saying this word. Choosing to stay on track when it feels easier to give up. And discipline is what separates those who dream from those who makes their dreams a fucking reality. This is fucking facts, fellas. All discipline is pain, and everything that you want is on the other side of pain, right? So how I make the hard things easy as fuck, how I strengthen my discipline muscle. Take out a fucking pen and paper, man, because I'm about to give y'all a lot of fucking game, right? Reduce friction. I went over this before, but I'll go over it again. Going to the gym, doing hours of deep work, reading every day are things that were at once upon a time were very hard for me, right? So what I did is I removed the friction. What could I do to make waking up early and doing my deep work as simple as possible? How about you create a nightly routine and go to sleep on time? How could I make going to the gym, even on the days I don't want to, as easy as possible? How about you get a gym that's less than 5 minutes away from you, or invest in an apartment that has an amenity with the gym in there? How can I make reading every day as easy as possible? How about I set out a time and only read 10 pages per day, and I do it at a time where I'm most vulnerable to read it, or any time that I want to scroll on Instagram, I delete the apps and I actually just pick up a book and read, right? I'm reducing the friction, right? A lot of y'all say, oh, I wanna go to the gym. Your gym 30 minutes from you, right? Your membership $100, right? Like you got too much friction. A lot of y'all want to do deep work. You live with 4 other people. Why don't you just go to the fucking car? A lot of y'all trying to read. Maybe you need to get audiobooks, bro. Right? Maybe you need to get you a Kindle, right? Make it fun. You get what I'm saying? Like, you want to reduce the friction of making the hard things hard and create an environment, create a system, create a routine where doing the hard things are as easy as fuck. Those are a few examples, fellas, with the gym, deep work, and reading. But you can do that with anything, whether it's eating healthy, right? Whether it's just basically anything in life that you have a hard time doing, right? This is how you reduce the friction, right? This is something I do with everything in life, right? Habit stacking. This is something I've never went over before, which is a cheat code. Fellas, habit stacking means you stack a habit that you don't like doing on top of a habit you already like to do, right? So I'm going to give you an example. For the longest time, I could go to the gym. Going to the gym was easy, but it was, for some reason, because I had 2 hip surgeries, fellas, and I knew I needed to stretch every day, it was hard for me to stretch every day. Like, I used to make excuses like, oh, I'll do it when I get home, or I'll do it at the gym. And it was this everyday battle of I wasn't fucking stretching, right? So what I did was I thought, what is something I do every day that I could just say, okay, I'm gonna stretch right after I do this, and oddly enough, in the beginning of my journey, it was brushing my fucking teeth. So every time I would brush my teeth, right after I brushed my teeth, I would stretch for 15 to 20 minutes, right? But you can do this with anything, fellas, right? If you fucking if you're trying to eat healthy, right, and you forget to track your macros, right, just make it a habit. Okay, every time I put my right before I put my dishes in the dishwasher or trash or food in the trash, I'm gonna type in my macros, right? That's something that you're gonna do regardless. You're gonna put your plate in the dishwasher regardless, or throw your trash away regardless. So that is a reminder of, oh shit, let me type my macros in, right? But you can do this with anything. This is very simple. All you do is think, what do I already do? Okay, and something I'm trying to implement, I'm gonna either do it right before that or right after that, right? I used to do this. This was hard to do with my fucking bro. As like crazy as it sounds, when I first started my journey, it was hard for me to have my hygiene routine, like wash my face, do my beard. Like I used to make every excuse for myself, like this is too much. I don't feel like doing this, right? How about every time I brush my teeth, I just knock it out? You get what I'm saying? How about I just do it while I'm in the shower? How about I do my face stuff when I'm in the shower? You get what I'm saying? Right? And then the third one, man, we got eat the frog, which is one of my favorites, man. Eat the frog means to do the hardest thing first, fellas. If you had a frog and you had dinner, which one would you eat first? You would eat the frog first because you want dinner to be the last taste in your mouth before you go to bed, right? You don't want to be going to bed and the fucking frog, it tastes in your mouth, fellas, right? So you want to take that same mindset with things that you want to do, all of the hard things, all your discipline muscle, right? For the longest time, the gym was the hardest thing for me to do. So I used to go to the gym first thing in the morning when I woke up. Then the rest of my day was smooth, right? Right now, my deep work is takes the most energy from me, takes the most cognitive function from me. So I make sure I do it first thing in the morning, right? Doing my teeth routine at once upon a time, flossing, scraping my tongue, putting my whiteners. That was the hardest thing for me to do with my nightly routine. Like it took the most energy. And so I started doing it first. I did it before I did my hair routine, before I did my face routine, before I did my nightly beard routine, before I got in the shower, before I did my calf raises. I just said, let me knock out this teeth shit first. Let me eat the frog. Right? So this is a hack, fellas, because one thing you have to understand is that your mind and your body are muscles, right? So when you go to the gym, you typically want to do one of the hardest exercises first while your body is fresh. It's the same shit with your fucking mind, right? Whatever's gonna use a lot of energy, use a lot of cognitive function, just knock it out in the morning. Knock it out first thing in the morning. A lot of y'all are trying to start businesses, and y'all start doing all of the easy, fucking shallow work tasks first. Do that shit at night. Lock in on your power list, fellas. As I speak about the stuff that's gonna move the needle forward first, while your brain is fresh, right? And then the rest of the day you can chill, man. This hack has changed my life. Third, standardize before you optimize. Fellas, you're going to have a lot of emotions, positive and negative emotions running through your mind, running through your body at the start of the year. You're going to be ready to go, whether it's the gym, your finances, your mindset, dating, looks maxing, life maxing, anything. Fellas, slow the fuck down. You have to standardize before you optimize, right? So I love to use the gym as an example. When I first started going to the gym, and I was did not have the physique I have now, I used to just show up and do some cardio and leave. Right? I wasn't touching the fucking weights. You get what I'm saying? When I first started doing my deep work, I wasn't doing 4 fucking hours. I was doing 30 minutes. I was setting that motherfucking timer for 30 minutes, and I was leaving. Right? Before I started tracking my meals, I said, hold on, let me just try to drink half a gallon of water first. Let me just focus on eating whole food first, right? You have to take baby steps. You have to standardize before you optimize, right? And once those standardizations become comfortable for you, become easy for you, that's when you go up, right? So once the treadmill and became easy, I added in abs. Once the treadmill and abs became easy, I added in weights. Right? Once 30 minutes of deep work became easy, I went up to an hour. Once I could read a page, I went up to 10 pages. right? So you got to take baby steps and standardize before you optimize, man. Those are 4 hacks that I use, these 4 fellas, to make the hard things easy as fuck. I briefly want to go over with you guys why your future depends on discipline, man. Like this discipline. If I had a son and he said, "Dad, how do I win that life?" Describe it in one word, it'd be discipline, right? And one thing you have to understand first and foremost, fellas, is you have to choose your pain. Growth is painful, change is painful, but nothing is more painful than staying in the same fucking spot, right? You have to choose your pain. Do you want to, damn, this pain of, I got uncomfortable, I went to the gym, I did my deep work today, I read today, I'm a little mentally exhausted, or the pain of 5 years from now, your life is fucking sucks, you're fat, you're unconfident, your finances ain't where you need to be, your dating life sucks. You got to choose your pain, bro. Everybody preaches this balance shit and this happiness shit, bro. Pain is inevitable, right? But I'd rather choose the pain now that's going to create a better future for me. I'd rather suffer now that's going to create a better future for me, right? When I was diving into all of these books, when I was investing into all of this mentorship, when I was hitting the gym, right? When I didn't have no hoes, right? When I was going through all of that pain, it's allowed me to have the life that I have now, right? But if I would have chose pleasure, right? If I would have been beating my meat, messing with girls that didn't like me, wasting my money on dumb shit, not hitting the gym, yeah, it would have been comfortable then, right? But as years progressed, I would have been the exact opposite of who I am now, right? The second thing you have to do is shift your perspective of comfort, fellas. Typically, that stuff that feels good in the present is bad for you most of the time, man. Right? You wanna go out on the weekend, bro. Now you done wasted $800 that month going out every weekend, but it felt so good in the present, right? You so horny, you want to beat your meat. Now you got erectile dysfunction, but that nut felt so good in the present, right? You want to smoke that blunt every day, right? That high, it feels so good in the fucking present, right? But now you done spent $600 on weed when that $600 could have went to a fucking mentorship. Right? So start questioning things in your life that are very comfortable, right? And remove them and seek uncomfortability, because typically that uncomfortability, right? That gym pain that hurts so bad, that empty stomach pain that you get from fasting, right? That literally your brain hurt when you first start reading too much. That's the pain needed to grow, bro. Right? Thirdly, to get something you never had, you must do something you never did. A lot of the stuff that I'm preaching, fellas, man, depending on where you at in your journey, it's new to you, man. Some of this shit you might never have done in your fucking life, man. Right? And you have to understand, okay, this is where I am in my life. If I want a different life, I can't continue to keep doing the same shit I've been doing. I can continue to read a book when I feel like it. I can continue to go to the gym when I feel like it. I can continue to eat healthy when I feel like it. I can continue to be scared to talk to girls and I'm confident. I can continue to do those things, right? So let me do something else so I can get a different outcome. Doing the same thing, fellas, and expecting a different outcome. That literally is the definition of insanity, right? If I don't want to burn my hand and I keep touching the fucking stove, that is insanity. A lot of y'all are doing that with your fucking life. You're gonna have to get uncomfortable. You're gonna have to do new things. That's the fucking journey. That's your life as a man. Grow some balls and accept it. You dig what I'm saying? I've never made an hour-long video like this. When I've been working on this shit since 10 a.m. I had plenty moments where I was like, God damn, like, I'm tired as fuck. Like, they don't have to wait till tomorrow, right? Then I said, fuck that, right? Because it's a certain outcome I want, so I have to do things I never did. I got to get uncomfortable. I have to seek uncomfortability, right? Lastly, this is my favorite, some of y'all know, some of y'all don't, my favorite quote: it's not hard, it's just new. I had that mindset today, making this vid. This vid, it seemed hard. Like, it seemed like, damn, I'm working on this for 5-6 hours, right? Perfecting it with different fonts, right? the structure, the outline, the photos, the templates. Damn, this shit is hard, but it's not hard, it's just new. The second time I'll do this, it'll be easier. The third time I'll do this, it'll be easier. The fourth time, jackpot, right? That third month in the gym, it was hard. The 6th month of the gym, it got a little easier. The 9th month, jackpot. Shit is not hard, it's just new. Remember when you first rode your bike, my nigga? The shit was kind of hard. Now it's easy. Remember the first time you was driving, when you was doing the driving test? The shit was kind of hard now. Now you drive with ease. Right? Shit don't be hard, it just be new. I speak on a quote all the time. 32 degrees. You put an ice cube in the freezer. At 10 degrees, it's not going to melt. 20 degrees, it's not going to melt. 30 degrees, it's not going to melt. At 32 degrees, it will melt. Right? That 0 to 32 degrees, it was just new. It wasn't hard. You dig what I'm saying, man? So shift your perspective, doggy. Next, we're going to go over motivation, man. We're going to talk about what is motivation, right? Some of you may know, some of you may not know. We're going to talk about a list of love and a list of hate. And we're going to talk about daily motives, man. Something that, a list of motivational quotes that I read every day, man, that I never thought I would give out to the public, man. But I'm going to bless y'all with it today, man. So let's get right into it, man. What is motivation? Motivation is the rush of energy you feel when a burst of positive or negative emotion pushes you into action. It's relying on those fleeting moments of excitement, frustration, or urgency to drive you towards your standards. But motivation can be unpredictable, fellas. It's not something that you can always count on to keep you going. And the true power comes when you learn to push forward, even when the emotional spike fades, and when you're left relying on discipline and commitment instead. Right? So I spoke about this before, fellas. And like this quote says, like this definition says, motivation is not something you should rely on, but it is very powerful, right? So I'm going to share with you guys how I stay motivated every fucking day, right? Where I get to the point where I don't even have to use my discipline muscle because I'm extremely fucking motivated. 99% of people are going to, the motivation they have on January 1st is going to fade away by February 1st. But not me, not y'all, right? And this is how. Right? So we got the list of hate and the list of love, man. One of my favorite things ever, man. Right? And I finally am giving y'all this template, man. If y'all can see to the left. And the list of hate, I put, if you don't succeed, that means they were right about you. And this is going to change for all of y'all, man. But it's going to be just anything that puts you in the darkest time of your life. It could be a moment. It could be a person. It could be a girl. It could be a job. It could be anything, right? And I want you to write out that moment descriptively, right? And this is going to be something that you read every single day, right? And then on the other side of that, you got the list of love. And it says all the ways your life will be better once you prove them wrong, right? So you want to write when you made your fitness transformation, what kind of car you drive now, or what you will drive, right? The mindset you have now, how you proved everybody wrong, right? Fellas, I'm not gonna lie, man, like out of all the templates that I have in here, man, this has been the one that's honestly, I would say it changed my life the most, man. Right? Because I'm human, fellas. Everybody's human. We all have days where we get lazy or we get content, right? And you need that list of hate to fire you back up, man. Right? I forgive every single person that made me feel some kind of way. Every single person that did me dirty. I forgive you, but I don't forget. Right? I don't hate them. As a matter of fact, I love them. So it's because the people in those situations that have you feeling some kind of way, whether it's your baby mama, whether it's your mom, right? But sometimes it's your family, whoever it is, bro, those people, those moments are gonna be the driving force on those days when you want to relax, when you lose that motivation, when that January 1st high goes away. You can rely on this, fellas. I'm fired up every day. Fellas, the days like I'm sick and I don't read this, I see a night and day difference of my day versus when I'm like in my regular mode and I'm not sick and I read it, like with my routine, it's fucking night and day, right? So I'm going to leave this template will be in the description as well, man. And this, definitely changed my life, fellas. The last thing I want to share with y'all is my daily motives. Oh my fucking goodness, man. I never thought I would get this out to y'all, man. This is how I know I fuck with y'all, man. This is something that I'm actually not reading it every day right now because I read different book notes right now. But up until 2 months ago, I was reading these every day. And these quotes are quotes that I came up with, and they just motivate me every day, bro. Um, so I'll read a couple of them from each day. And basically, fellas, you're going to be reading these every day. Like today is Saturday, you would read Saturdays, right? And you're going to find a time in the day to read these. And I promise you it's going to work wonders for you, man. Like this is something I've never talked about in none of my videos. And it's going to work wonders for you, dog. I promise you. So let's just read one from each day. Life doesn't get easier, you just get stronger. That was part of what I just was talking about, and things are not hard, they're just new. Um, the greats were obsessed, crazy, and didn't give a fuck. If you look at Kanye West, if you look at Elon Musk, if you look at Jeff Bezos, these motherfuckers was obsessed with success. You can't kind of want it, you can't need it, you have to be obsessed, right? What we got for Wednesday? Excuses make today easier, but tomorrow. Actually, I like this one better. When it feels scary to jump in, jump in. Otherwise, you will stay in the same place you are. I speak on how everything you want is on the other side of the pain. Sometimes everything you want is on the other side of fear as well. A lot of y'all are scared to pick up that camera. A lot of y'all are scared to go to the gym. A lot of y'all are scared to talk to that girl. A lot of y'all are scared to try out that outfit, scared to wear that hairstyle, right? And getting over that fear is gonna be the outlier of you becoming a new person, becoming a new man, right? So that's something that definitely resonated with me. Let's go to Thursday. Um, if you are not willing to make sacrifices for your goals will become the sacrifice. Very powerful, fellas. Very powerful. A lot of y'all prioritize what other people do and being like everybody else and don't want to make the sacrifice. And when you do that, the person that you want to be is sacrifice. You're sacrificing that. Plain and simple. Um, there are 168 hours in a week. If you're spending 0 hours outside of work, not focusing on improving yourself or executing your goals, you will be the same person you are now in 5 years. Y'all know I speak about this shit all the fucking time, fellas. Right? If you go to work and come home and you didn't go to the gym and you didn't work in your purpose, why the fuck would you ever think you're gonna have a different life? That's fucking delusional, right? What else, man? Take massive action. There is no do it later, do it now. I speak on this all the time, but everything that comes to your head, fellas, just do it, bro. I promise you, man. Like, I woke up this morning, like, I keep talking about this video. Let me just do it today. You know what I'm saying? Like, just take massive action. Don't procrastinate, dog. Right? This is one of my favorite ones because this is something I'm still working on. All millionaires have a high stress tolerance. You must be able to deal with being stressed if you want to be in the 1%. Right? A lot of times, sometimes I'll blame people, I'll blame circumstances of like why I couldn't complete a task or why I didn't do a deep work or why I don't want to go to the gym or why I want to give in to alcohol or something like that, right? And one thing I had to realize, and that I think I got this from Atomic Habits, is where I got this quote, is that all millionaires, all successful people, they have the highest stress tolerance. A lot of times that stress, the reason that they're more successful than others is because when most motherfuckers crack, when most motherfuckers give up, the successful motherfuckers double down. The successful motherfuckers, like, they look forward to stress, bro. You dig what I'm saying? And then when I think of the most stressful moments of my life, like I spoke about this before, like when I moved out to Texas and I lost my job, I didn't know how I was going to pay the rent. I didn't know how I was going to pay the rest of my bills, get into it with my girl every day. That was one of the most stressful times in my life. But those times built me to who I am today, making the money I make today, having the mindset I have today, having the work ethic I have today, right? Now I feel unstoppable, right? But that all came from a stressful moment, right? So sometimes, fellas, like, you will hear motherfuckers say, like, oh, you don't want to be stressed out, man. I say, fuck that, bro. Sometimes you need to seek stress and seek uncomfortability, right? All right, man. So let's recap what we just went over, fellas. So we went over how to visually set yourself up for success and remind yourself daily of the standards you set for yourself to transform your life. We went over how to strengthen your discipline and use it as the driving force to create the life you desire. And we went over how to leverage motivation daily and use it as a tool to maintain peak emotion and stay on track with your daily standards. So let's go ahead and move on to body. I know this is for some of y'all. Y'all been thirsty, like, oh, when Con don't drop the workout routine. Don't worry, my nigga. It's dropping right now, doggy. So you feel me? Get ready, bruh. Get ready, man. But all right, let's get into it, man. So what we're gonna cover in the 1% body pillar of this presentation of this masterclass, we're gonna go over my transformation. We're gonna go over why fitness is vital, right, as a man. And we're going to go over the step-by-step 1% physique formula that I said I was going to finally share with y'all today, right? So my transformation, fellas, how it started, man. I actually, man, something I've never talked about, man, I actually was very in shape in high school. I was one of the top point guards in the state as a freshman. I played at one of the top high schools in the state at Garfield Heights. We actually went to states my senior year. To put it in a nutshell, I played on a team with 5 Division I players, and I started over one of them, but he was younger than me. Um, so I grew up in an environment where, you know, physical fitness was, you know, that's all I knew, right? So I was in decent shape in high school, right? Then I got to college and I fell off, right? So a lot of the pictures y'all see of my before and afters are once I got to college, right? I started indulging in drink. I wasn't smoking, actually, crazy enough. I was drinking a lot. I was messing around with chicks. I was kicking it every weekend, right? I was doing my schoolwork sometimes. I was doing music at this time. So it wasn't really prioritizing my health and prioritizing my fitness, right? Then I got out of college, and that's when basically, fellas, I got in that really the darkest time of my life, man. Like, women was playing me left and right. You know, I was losing my hair. You know, I was extremely unconfident. I was broke. And, you know, I just decided to make a change, and I stumbled across Andrew Tate and Steph's Code at this time of my life, and they just motivated me to just get in the gym. So I started getting in the gym again, and, you know, I made my transformation. How long it took me, fellas? It only took me 9 months, but I didn't know everything that I know now, fellas. So a lot of the principles that I'm teaching y'all, whether it's going to be the workout routine that I share with you guys today, or some of my nutritional stuff in other videos, if I would have do those things, I could have got these results like these results right here. I could have looked like this in 6 months, right? So I would say at the very worst, it will take y'all 9 months. Like it's not going to take that long. It'll take 6 months if you really working though. I was really working. I wasn't bullshit, right? Then I started doing some in-person training, man. These are a few of my clients, my bro Nathan, my bro Richard. This is actually my father, and this is my homie Ashley. And I helped them with their fitness transformations, man. Then I started training CEOs online, which is what I do now. So no longer doing the in-person stuff. And, you know, everybody talks about the physical transformation of myself, but honestly, changing these people's lives it was honestly one of the best feelings that I've ever had, man. And it wasn't just, you know, a confidence aspect. I could just tell from the first day that we was in the gym, and then my final day with them. They hold confidence and aura was just different, man, and that really means a lot to me, man. And also, you know, one thing that you have to learn, and I'll speak about later about investing in yourself. They pay for my program, is that they now have a skill set to stay in shape for the rest of their life. Like that, like to me, that's fucking priceless. Like that I could sell that shit for $1,000,000 to stay healthy for the rest of your life. There's motherfuckers that's 50 that don't know how to get in shape, right? And just because a little, whatever I was charging at that time monthly, that little amount they was paying, they now got the skills to take that with them for the rest of their life, right? So that's a little bit about my journey with fitness, man. And, you know, I'm going to share with you guys why fitness is so important, man. And the number one thing, fellas, is the mental transformation, right? I speak on this before, but I'll say it again. When I was going to the gym, fellas, And I was seeing no results, no results, no results, no results. But my effort was there. I was getting stronger, but I still was seeing no physical results. I'm looking in the mirror every fucking day. No results, no results, no results. I had two choices. I could have gave up or I kept going, which is what I did. I could have folded or kept going. I kept fucking going. Month 6, I started looking a little different. Month 7, I started looking even different. Month 8, I looked at like, oh shit. Month 9, jackpot. Right? Month 9, I look like this. Now I have that mental mindset with everything in fucking life. Fellas, a lot of y'all just may have been here with my YouTube journey when I had less than 50 subscribers. Some of y'all just got here when I had 5. Some of y'all got here when I'm at 8,000. Whatever the case may be. Fellas, it's because of the gym that I know I'm going to touch 1 million subscribers in next year. You want to know why? Because I'm putting in the necessary steps every single day. What taught me that? The fucking gym. The fucking gym taught me that, right? I'm mentally inwaverable. There's nothing that I think I can't do because I know with consistent baby steps, consistently seeking uncomfortability, consistently doing shit that motherfuckers don't want to do, consistently seeking pain, consistently delaying my gratification, meaning I'm going to show up every day even though I still look the same, even though I know I'm doing better and I'm getting stronger, but my body looks the same, I'm still going to show up every day. I have that mindset with everything in fucking life and it's made me unstoppable. It's nothing that I think I can't do, and it's all because of the gym. I want y'all to understand that. When motherfuckers say, fuck the gym, get a bag, they're setting you up for failure. I'm telling, like, the gym is the foundation. We don't want to be the rich motherfucker that's jacked, fat, and we don't want to be the jacked motherfucker that's poor. We want to be both. But it starts with the gym, fellas. Right? So my whole mindset fucking changed from the gym. Like, night and day, fellas. Second is dating, right? I made a few videos on this, man. I'm not going to go too much in depth. If you want to know more on how my dating life changed from the gym, scroll through my videos. I believe the video was called What Getting Jacked Helped Me in the Bedroom. I think it's something along those lines. It's like a blue thumbnail. I go into it in depth. I'm not going to go into it now, man, but what I will say is that, you know, and this kind of goes along with the last point. Once I started the physical transformation, my confidence and my aura changed. And it was to the point where, like, I'm that nigga, right? And once I knew I was that nigga, it had an effect on other people and how other people treated me. Not just women. Everybody. Family. Friends. Strangers. Strangers start talking to me in the store about anything, right? Asking me about my tattoos. You dig what I'm saying? I walk in the house, I'm in shade. My grandma was a little nicer to me. You dig what I'm saying? Right? All my friends, they like, damn, like, you did your transformation. They give me all these compliments. It's different, right? And I'm not saying seek validation, but as a man, you should definitely seek respect, right? And we're human. As humans, we're superficial, right? So everybody says, don't judge a book by its cover, bro. That's what everybody does, right? A motherfucker walk in with a long t-shirt, some baggy jeans, and some old boots, and then walk back out and come back in with a suit. You're gonna be like, oh shit, who is this nigga? Right? You just demand a certain respect. Like, it's a nigga in my gym, man. One of my homies, man. Older dude, man. Like, one of the best physiques I ever seen in person. Real stand up dude, man. Got like over 250K, followers on Instagram. He's a trainer. He do some real estate too. But more of the story, man. Every time he's in the gym, fellas, I literally see it because it's my nigga. When I'm in the gym and he walks in, everybody just, like, his whole aura, everybody looks, right? That's one thing. On top of that, every time I see him, somebody is talking to him, right? People just love speaking to him. They love talking to him, right? And it's because that physical appearance, right, demanded some respect, and he has an aura now, right? And that's so important as a man, fellas, right? Like there's other components that go into aura, like your wardrobe, your charisma, how you speak, voice inflection, eye contact, cologne. All of that stuff is important, man. But a good physique is the base foundation of that. I promise you. All right, here we go, fellas. The moment y'all been waiting on, man. If you lasted, where we at, 55 minutes in? If you lasted this long, man, you deserve to have it, man. But this will be in the description, man. It's literally the step-by-step routine that I used to make my transformation, man. Right? So we got Monday, we got hamstrings and shins. Tuesday, we got arms, biceps, and triceps. Wednesday, we rest. Thursday, we got chest. Friday, we got back and shoulders. Saturday, we got quads and calves, right? And as you can see, fellas, I grouped everything together, and that's because, as y'all always know, I superset everything, right? So these are being supersetted, right? So I'm doing barbell squats, then my shin lifts, and that's one set, right? So keep that in mind with everything, fellas. And this is everything, man. Literally, I'm giving y'all everything, man. If you're starting off new and like you've never worked out before this intensely, just start with a weight that is moderate and okay that you can lift. Like I didn't want to give y'all the weights I use because that like y'all not as strong as me. Maybe y'all stronger than me, right? So that's not going to do you any justice, man. You want to find something that burns on reps 7, 8, and 7, 8, and the last three reps. So whether it's 10, 11, 12, or 8, 9, 10, you're going to have something that you really feel it on those last three reps, fellas. And this is basically it, man. This is my 5-day split. This is not for the bare minimum motherfuckers that want to do push-pull legs and still expect to have a top 1% physique. Like, it's not fucking happening, right? You have to, and now if you do push-pull legs twice a week, that can work, right? But this is what works for me, fellas. This is my 5-day split. And it's in the description, man. So you got that, man. So it's no excuses going into 2025 of, hey, Cry, like, I don't know what to do in the gym. Nigga, I just told you, right? All right, man. So let's recap what we just did, man. I went over a little bit about my personal journey, how long it took me to transform my physique, right? The key benefits of prioritizing your fitness as a man, right? And the step-by-step guide to achieve the same transformation I did, fellas, in 6 to 9 months. Literally gave y'all the blueprint, man, right? So the last and final pillar, man, is purpose, man. So in this section of the masterclass, we're going to go over what is purpose, why having a purpose is important as a man, and how to maximize your purpose. Babe, can you turn the air on? Right? What is purpose as a man? Purpose is finding an activity or passion that doesn't feel like work, something that brings you joy and fulfillment, while also giving you the ability to financially support yourself and your family. It's the thing that fuels your soul and provides you with the stability and freedom to live on your own terms, right? So I've had a few purposes, fellas. My first purpose was basketball, right? I dealt with some injuries, had to stop doing that. My second purpose was music. I probably love music more than I love my current purpose now, fellas, right? But there's a lot of uncontrollables with music. In life, as a man, I want to be able to control my own destiny. And with music, a lot of times you cannot do that. And that's why I stopped and I'm doing what I'm doing now, which is YouTube, coaching, fitness coaching, right? And this is something I'm passionate about, fellas. Like, I spent all day working on this and it didn't feel like work. It was fun, right? But it can also financially support my family, and it's something that provide value into the world, fellas. Ask yourself for your purpose, what can I do that I like doing that's going to provide value to the world that can support me and my family for the rest of my life? That's all it is, fellas, right? Why is purpose important? Why is is it important to have a purpose? Number one is mental health, man, right? Fellas, I'm gonna get a little personal, man. My mother and my father, right? When I see them, and this is why I want to retire them so much. When I speak to them, they do not like their fucking job. Their quality of their life is affected because of their job. Fellas, I do not want you, me, anybody that's trying to become a 1% man to have to clock in and clock out for the rest of their life, work until they're 50 or 60, and then have a retirement fund, right? And then have a vacation, be able to go on vacations when they old and wrinkled instead of when they was young and worthy, right? I don't want your whole life to go to waste picking up other people's scraps, being underpaid, working a job that you hate, right? That fucking sucks, right? Who wants to live the rest of their life like that, right? You have so much opportunity, but yet it takes a hell of a lot of work to get out of the rat race, right? But this is why it's so important to find your purpose. Fellas, what do you love to do that can replace your 9 to 5? What do you love to do, bro? It's something that you love to do. It's something that you do that don't feel like work. And what I'm telling you today, fellas, is that you need to perfect that and get so good at it and be obsessed with it that you can monetize it, right? And you can get paid for it. And you don't never have to work a job again, right? And that goes into my second point. Ownership. Fellas, as much as I get paid with my job today, I know if at any moment the CEO could get me on a call and be like, hey man, we trying to save some money, we letting you go. Or we want to hire somebody that's a little bit more skilled. Right? It's happened. I've been working jobs, fellas. I haven't done nothing wrong and I got laid off. I've been working jobs and I've done things wrong and got fired. Why do I want to give somebody else the power to do that? I want to own everything that I want to be that's what an alpha is. People use the word alpha so loosely. Alpha means you live life on your own terms, bro. Right? Not everything is in your control. Why would I want to lead literally my fucking finances, literally my quality of life, literally whether I get evicted or not evicted, whether my bills get paid on time, whether my family eats, it's in the hands of somebody else and not myself. Why would I ever want that? Why would you ever want that, fellas? That's why it's so important to have ownership within your purpose. Lastly is freedom, right? Fellas, as you read on my vision map in the very beginning, one of my the biggest, pros of, being a man on your purpose is I want to get to a point, fellas, I can work as long as I want, where the fuck I want, right? My girl love to travel, right? It's going to be a time, I know it's going to happen, where I can go out of town for a month and work. And I can be working out of town. Because I have the time and location freedom. Right? Like, this internet shit is a powerful tool, doggy. Right? I look at Ahmad Ghazi, I look at Samuel Nuha, I look at Andrew Tate, I look at Alex Hormozy. They're all leveraging the internet, right? With their purpose. That gives them time and location freedom. That is powerful, man. It was not always like that. Back in the day, man, you worked your job and you went home. And even if you owned a business, you was at your business, right? There wasn't no Amazon, wasn't no drop shipping. You was in that motherfucker in a physical form. We got so much opportunity now, fellas. Take advantage of it, man. Right? So I'm gonna share with you guys 3 strategies on how to maximize your purpose, right? Okay, I got my purpose. How can I maximize everything to, take advantage of it and use it to replace my 9 to 5? I made a video on this, so I'm gonna go in depth very briefly. If you want to know the full step-by-step regarding time management, go watch my video, How to Escape Your 9 to 5 and Become a 1% Man. But I'm gonna go over it very briefly with you guys today, fellas. There's 168 hours in a week. If you break everything down as far as commute, work, sleep, eat, shower, kids, you have at least 2 hours per day, right? At least one of those hours should be going to your purpose. The other hour can go to the gym, period. Every fucking day, I don't give a fuck how tired you are from your job, how tired you are from the gym, who pissed you off. You have to spend at least an hour dedicated to your purpose, right? What does that look like, Cry? For me, it could be making a video. It could be editing a video. It could be scripting out a video. It could be reaching out to clients, right? It's going to depend on your purpose, right? Let's say you do photography. It could be editing pictures. It could be taking pictures. It could be reaching out to leads. It could be studying different type of edits, right? I'm spending at least an hour a day doing that. Bare minimum. That's the bare minimum, right? As I mentioned, fellas, you have to be obsessed. You have to take things to the extreme. Unless if you truly want to be a 1% man, fellas, you want to know the number one time management hack I can give you going into this 2025? Do not take weekends off. Do not go kick it. Do not sleep all day. Do not bullshit. Work on your craft. Why do y'all feel okay working 40 hours for paying helping somebody else achieve their dream? Whatever job y'all got, y'all know that, right? You're contributing to somebody else's dream. This was somebody else's vision, and they sitting in their living room chilling, and you're working to support that. Keep that in mind. So y'all do that for 40 hours a week, but can't do that for 16 on the weekend. Can't take 8 hours on Saturday, 8 hours on Sunday to work on your purpose. At least 4 hours on Saturday, 4 hours on Sunday to work on your purpose. If you take 8 hours a weekend, fellas, and work on your purpose, by the end of the year, man, if you're not where you want to be, if you're not quitting your 9 to 5, if you truly did that for every weekend, 4 weekends out the month, I don't know how the fuck you can lose. But most motherfuckers don't want to do that. Most motherfuckers want to go to their 9 to 5, weekend come, oh, I'm relaxing, I'm chilling, I'm going to kick it, I'm going out of town. Do that, my nigga. Go ahead and do that. But you're going to have the same life you had in January and December, right? Secondly, environment. This is twofold, physical and digital environment. Let's start with the physical environment. I spoke on this before, I'll say it again. You need to move out of your hometown, fellas, right? You need to get around individuals in an environment where it's going to push you. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I plan to move to Miami eventually. They talk in Miami, they talking about Uruses. It's like Toyota Camrys out there. You walk to the fucking grocery store, you're going to see about 5 Lamborghinis. I want to be in an environment like that because it's going to push me, right? But even in my environment now, like when I go to the gym, I see niggas with better physiques than me, right? I see niggas pulling up with Corvettes and Uruses to the gym and Brubuses to the gym in Texas. I do. I see it every day, right? And that environment pushes me. Versus when I was in Cleveland, yeah, I wasn't as focused. I was a little focused, but I wasn't as focused as I am now. And I believe environment has had a huge impact on that, right? So get out of the environment. A lot of y'all are in a physical environment around people, around places that is not pushing you to be the man that you need to be. Right? Places that I recommend, fellas, I recommend Vegas. I recommend Miami. I recommend Dallas. I recommend Houston. Those are probably the top 4 for young men. Right? Second is digital environment. Unfollow all these fucking influencers, strippers, porn stars, OnlyFans models, even some fitness models. Unfollow the bullshit. Bro, you are what you consume. Start following motherfuckers that's gonna push you. Following the best motherfuckers in your field. Or get off social media altogether. Right? Like, you have to create your environment. I remember when I was putting a lot of my fitness stuff on Twitter, I only chose to follow like Alex Hormozy, Amon Gatti, Samuel Nuha, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, Justin Waller. I was only following those motherfuckers on that Twitter, and I was consuming at this time, fellas. But even when I was consuming that content, I was so fucking amped up. I was gaining so much game on a daily basis because those are the only people I was following. A lot of y'all are following a lot of bullshit that's affecting y'all mood. Y'all waking up, getting on Instagram and seeing some negative shit. That's having a vibration to fuck up the rest of your day, bro. You have to build your physical and your digital environment to succeed. Lastly is mentorship. Fellas, a lot of y'all don't mind spending $20 on Netflix, $20 on Hulu, $20 on Stars, $50 on OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? $20 eating out every day, right? The new J's, you can spend 120 on them J's, right? But y'all don't want to spend no money to invest in yourself, right? You okay spending all of that money for that PlayStation 5 for 2K, but a motherfucker say, hey, buy my course for $150. You like, ugh, I don't know if I want to do that. Why is that? I've never been like that, man. Y'all know how much money I have invested in my purpose, in mentorships? I spent over $7,000 on features from B to A list artists when I was doing music. $7,000, right? I spent around learning how to monetize my fitness business. I spent around $10,000 on 2 mentorships, right? But I wasn't thinking about the fucking money. I was thinking about the value I get. That is the difference between rich people and poor people. Poor people think, how much does it cost? Rich people think, what value am I getting from it? If I would have done music the right way, that little $7,000 I spent on features, I would have made that back. I done made back the little money I done made or spent on my fitness mentorship. I've made that back because of the skills I've learned, the people that I've met. You have to invest in yourself, fellas. A lot of y'all scared to spend. One of my bros, Kilo, watching this, bro. Kilo, I don't know if it's Kilo or Kylo. My boy Kylan, bro. He invested in my fitness program, bro. One of my subscribers. He now has the tools, and I know he wants to be a fitness trainer eventually. He now has the tools to do fitness for the rest of his life because he spent a little bit of money month to month with me. You know how much money he can make for the rest of his life just because he invested in his future a little bit? Right? So you must find a mentor or a mentorship within your field to perfect your craft and speed up the process longer. Motherfuckers be like, oh, I can figure it out myself. Yes, you can. You can. You can figure it out on yourself, fellas, but why would you figure out on yourself and take 5 to 10 years when you could do that shit in 3 to 6 months with a mentor? Because y'all want to spend your money on dumb shit, but y'all don't want to invest in a mentorship. It makes no fucking sense to me. These mentorships don't. Some of them do, some of them don't. They don't be scams all the time, bro. Like these motherfuckers know what they talking about. Like you gotta invest in yourself, fellas. So let's recap, man. We analyze what purpose is for a man, right? And my personal recommendations on how to find your purpose, right? We examined on why finding your purpose is vital in 2025. And we went over how to master your time and environment and resources to maximize your purpose, fellas. So let's recap. That is the end of the masterclass, fellas. So let's briefly recap on everything that we went over today. We went over how to build a clear mission, cultivate discipline, and stay motivated daily to create the life you want, setting the foundation to dominate 2025. We went over how to understand the deep connection between fitness, mental clarity, and confidence with my personalized workout routine. Can't believe I'm giving you all this still. To get results in less than 9 months. And lastly, we went over how to discover a passion that brings you joy and financial freedom and learn how to maximize it through time management, positive environment, and a mentorship for a 1% life, fellas. So I love to hear y'all biggest takeaways. If y'all made it to the end, don't worry. I only know 1 to 5% of y'all did. I'm already knowing a lot of y'all lazy motherfuckers didn't. And y'all clicked out and said, oh, well, I'll watch it later. I'm already knowing. Right? But those that stayed to the end, man, I'm curious to see what was your biggest takeaway. Drop it in the comments. Let me know if you want me to do more of these, less of these. I love to hear y'all pure thoughts, bro. Let me know. And here are the action steps, man. So the first thing first of all, foremost, fellas, screenshot this right now. Go ahead and screenshot this. But this is what you're going to do step by step based on everything I gave you today, fellas, right? If we just listening to content and consuming it and not taking action, it's fucking pointless, right? So the first thing you're going to do is going to descriptively, I would recommend doing all of these tomorrow, man, or at least starting it tonight on Sunday. Descriptively, write out your vision map in depth. Read mine and how it's formatted, and then write yours, right? Then create your villain versus your hero, the man that you are, that you don't like, and what you want to become in 2025, right? Then set your standard for 2025. I make $100,000 a month. I did everything to get this money that I desire. I did this by September 27, 2026. I did this by YouTube and coaching business, right? Then you can create your list of love and your list of hate. I've explained that plenty of times, fellas. Get that completed, and then you're going to read that every afternoon as well. Lastly, you're going to copy the daily motives and add them to your notes, right? Read those every afternoon. Monday, read the Mondays. Tuesday, read the Tuesdays. Wednesday, read the Wednesdays. Lastly, you're going to download the fitness plan and get in the gym now. You have the formula, right? And I'm gonna put the link will be a Google Drive link. So what you're gonna have to do, fellas, pay attention. You're gonna have to download the Google Drive link, and then all of this stuff, you're gonna have to like copy it and paste it into your iPhone notes, right? And then you'll have them good to go. But you want to give each of these its own note. Vision map should be its own note. Villain versus hero should be its own note. Your standards should be its own note. Your list of love should be its own note. Your list of hate should be its own note. Your daily motive should be its own note. And then the fitness plan, just keep that, in your documents, man. But that's the video for today, man. I love y'all, man. I hope that y'all got value from this, man. And I'm excited for what's to come for the channel in 2025, man. And I hope that this helped y'all, man. I've never, did nothing like this for the public. This is something that I've done for my clients with fitness and different master classes, but I've never done this publicly and gave out this much free game, man. So, hopefully y'all fuck with it, man. Let me know in the comments, but I love y'all. Peace.